Welcome back. I'm Michael Bull, and this is the Commercial Real Estate Show. Today we're talking about the future of commercial real estate. My guest is Daniel Burrus. He's founder and CEO of Burrus Research. He's also the author of Flash Foresight. And let's talk about retail, Daniel. I mean, all of us see the changing in the retail environment. The other day, I wanted a canvas awning for one of my tables on my deck, and I went to 2 stores and found like 1 or 2, and I hated them. I came back, got on my cell phone, and in about 2 minutes found a huge supply of them, found exactly what I wanted, ordered it. It showed up the next day. So we're all seeing these changes, but what's ahead of us? If things are changing faster than they ever have before, what's the future look like?
Well, I'm going to surprise you right now. I think the good old days of retail are ahead of us, not behind us.
Good.
But they don't look like the old days of retail. They look different, where we are redefining the customer experience. A simple thing, those stores that you went in looking for that awning, they could have had a, when you're watching a football game, baseball game, or some other thing on television in your home, you've got a big flat panel screen there. What if they had a big flat panel screen turned this way, and it would have been in the store, and it would have had everything that's available by anyone, and you could have ordered it right there and had it delivered in a day? You would have made the purchase in the store instead of going home or using and them losing the business.
Yep.
In other words, the future is not either I am in a store or I'm online. The future is both and, in-store and online, all converged into one experience. Also, if you look at Apple stores, they were one of the first to go from being online purchases only to having a retail outlet. What do we have now? Well, we've got Amazon. And what are they doing? They're opening up Amazon bookstores all over the country. And we've got other online-only retailers that are opening up national stores all over the place. But they're not doing what traditional retailers are doing. They're redefining the experience. So I think what we're going to see is some that continue to protect and defend and crisis manage and react to change, and they will be the Blockbusters and the Blackberries. But then you will have others that see the opportunity in redefining the retail experience, in giving you the ability to have infinite inventory when you're in there, so I don't lose the sale. Those that understand, like Apple did when they started their store, how to make sure you've got passionate employees that are super well educated and are excited to help people, rather than people that so many retail outlets, when you go in, it looks like you're interrupting their day when you need help.
Right.
So it's not rocket science to redefine the retail experience. I think we're going to see a lot of retailers go out of business because they'll continue to crisis manage, and frankly, they'll fail. But you're going to see a lot of new ones that want to come in and redefine that experience. So I think we'll see a churn of who's going to be in our commercial real estate environments. But what we need to do is to make sure that we are flexible once again and have the bandwidth, have the capabilities to take care of the new ones that are coming in that are doing the redefining and the reinventing of what retail is. One other comment I want to make on that that's important. Let's talk about 2 different, let's call them CEOs of a retail outlet, or it could be a president, however you want to think about it, the leader. You got one, and they think the good old days of retail are behind them. The other thinks the good old days of retail are ahead of them. Do you think both of them would implement the same strategies or different strategies to grow?
Different.
Completely different. What I'm saying here is that your success in the future is driven by mindset to a huge extent. And one of the principles that I've been teaching people is not how to be reactive or even just agile. Because remember, agility is reacting faster than your slower competitor. That's the only advantage you get from agility, although I think it's good. What I'm teaching is how to be anticipatory, how to look at the future and separate the wheat from the chaff, the things that will happen from the things that might happen. so that you can anticipate the disruptions before they disrupt, anticipate the problems before you have them so you can pre-solve them, and anticipate the amazing new opportunities that are there in front of you. So I think my wish for you is that you realize, if you're in retail, indeed, the good old days of retail are ahead of us, but it doesn't look like what was behind us. You need to look at, how do I redefine and reinvent the customer experience, offer online and in-store at the same time, take advantage of the ability to have same-day or one-day delivery, which you can do without being Amazon if you play your cards right and you do a little investigating.
And we have a minute left before the break, Daniel, but what would you say to the future of the shopping experience, the shopping mall or the shopping center? What if you owned one of those properties, or you look at the future, what does a successful one look like?
Most malls are boring. They look boring on the outside, and they're boring on the inside. But the ones that aren't boring are doing amazing. Again, it's about reinventing the customer experience. Get the facelift, get the look. Are you attracting millennials, or are they staying away from it? Ask millennials, what would attract you to a mall? Maybe you should ask them instead of trying to figure it out on your own if you're a baby boomer trying to figure it out. They could give you some really great answers. Ask the Generation Z, the younger than the millennials, what would you get excited about going to a mall? You see, I think what we do is we tend to be the ones that are owners, and we tend to be baby boomers trying to figure it out, and we usually get it wrong.
Yeah.
So I think, hey, stop getting it wrong, start getting it right, talk to the right people, and again, I think you can do it. One last, I know it's really short on time, but remember, the biggest tourist attraction in the state of Minnesota is a shopping mall. And that's because the customer experience. It's not just because of the stores that are in the mall.
Yeah, and that's a good point. And when you're talking about asking your customers, one of the ways you might do that is through social media. So when we get back, I want to ask you about social media and how that may impact the future and commercial real estate. I'm Michael Bull. This is the Commercial Real Estate Show. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Hey there, thanks for checking out the Commercial Real Estate Show. Don't miss a video of special interest to you. Be sure to subscribe below. And if you appreciate the videos, be sure and thank our sponsors. There's a link to more information about them in the description. For more videos, podcasts, and articles, check out creshow.com.